Hey everybody, this is Dr. Lou. Let's make some pork butt in a snowstorm. This is February 2nd, 2021, and we were supposed to get a foot of snow, but we only got about 7 inches. But here I am cleaning off the green egg to smoke this butt. The pork butt is actually the shoulder of the pig, not the actual butt, thank goodness. Okay. This is the charcoal that needs to be stirred around so that what was used before, the ashes of what was used before, they fall down into the bottom of the egg and allow for better airflow. This is the raw charcoal and a little fire starter there that will take a little bit of work to get going, but you let that sit for a good 20 minutes or so. And the charcoal gets hot, and then you're able to put in the drip pan and the supporting structures for the grilling and smoking process. It's doing really well right here. All of these briquettes are going to get fired right up, and we are going to add this pork butt ASAP. I'm going to marinate it or dry rub it in some spices from a local Maine company here called Gryffon Ridge Spices. They make some of the best combos ever, and I buy all their products. They're really, really good. You can get them at the Blue Kitchen. You can get them at any kind of specialty food store, and even some of the larger stores carry some of their products as well. I am fanning the coals to get that fire going even better. I've put in this plate here that will create a barrier between the meat and the flames, and then I'm putting in a drip pan. That drip pan is going to protect the plate that I put in that creates that barrier. There will be a lot of dripping of the meat and a vinegar that I spray on the meat down into the egg. Temperature is perfect at right around 275. Anywhere between 250 and 300 works. Now I started this piece of pork at 10 a.m. and I finished up right around 5:30 p.m. It takes a while. Here we are putting it on the grill, and it's going to sit that way for about 2.5 to 3 hours. I'll come back periodically to spray it with apple cider vinegar, which works great, keeping it moist, but also adding a little bit of flavor, but not much, just a tiny bit. I'm going to spray it again here in just a sec. It's starting to crisp up on the outside. Close it back down. Now it's cold outside, so it takes a little bit longer. When that cold air gets inside the egg, it takes a little while for it to warm back up. But once you get it to temperature, it's pretty good, and it will return to temperature once you close it up. Now, after about 3 hours, I'm going to wrap the pork butt in foil with the shiny side on the inside, so that the dull side on the outside absorbs the heat a little bit better rather than reflecting it. I'm spraying it again in apple cider vinegar, closing it up and sealing that foil to make sure that there's no holes where steam and heat will come out. It's going to sit in that foil in the egg, smoking and cooking for another several hours. Now at some point I'll come back with a thermometer, a meat thermometer, but you can even just use a metal spike just to test the consistency, to feel the resistance of the meat. And what you're looking for is a consistency that resembles, like, I don't know, room temperature butter. Really, really soft. You want that meat thermometer to just plow right through the meat. And I usually check several different locations to make sure that it's cooked all the way through everywhere. And it is. I'm going to open this up and let it cook without aluminum foil covering it for several more minutes. I'm going to spray it down again. I want it to crisp up a little bit and increase the temperature by about 50 degrees for this short little burst at the very end to bring up the temperature and to loosen up the meat. And here's the final product. Now this was a 7.5 pound pork butt. It was huge. Huge for me. But it falls apart like nobody's business. There's the shoulder blade of the pig. Pulls right out. It doesn't pull out so easily that it's overcooked. Right? So it was still a little bit sticky to get it out, but it came right out once I let it loose. The meat is perfectly tender. It falls apart, and it is delicious. That Gryffon Ridge spice mix that I put on it, it's really quite spicy and peppery on the outside, but on the inside, not so bad. It's really, really good contrast from the outside.
Yeah, I've got an order of Dr. Lou's pulled pork for last name Travolta. Great, I'll get it. It'll be 45. Thank you.